Hi guys, and welcome to the daily predictions. We are going to talk about how 14th September is going to be for you, and I'm hopeful you've watched the video for 13th September and you know that you are significant, you know that you are playing your role, and you know that you don't have to take burden on your heart, and there are some good things that are coming your way. So if you've not watched the video, please watch the video completely, and it's there in the daily prediction playlist. So looking at the 14th of September, the card also that came is number 14. It's the card of temperance, and if you see, her one foot is in water, one foot on the ground. She has two cups in her hand, and she's actually putting the water from one into another. There is yin and yang here. The sky is kind of divided into two parts. One is clouds, one is the blue sky, and her clothes, if you see, there is red inside, but there is white at one side, there's black at one side. This is basically balance between the two worlds. This is basically in between the worlds. When you actually take one step towards one step forward towards something, and you want that step to be stable before you actually take your next step. And this is the card which talks about balance. This is the card which talks about forward movement. This is the card which talks about energies. This is the card which talks about moderation. This is the card that talks about how you move forward in your life. Now if you see this card, the strangest thing is that the water that is going from one cup to another is actually going from the cup down to the cup that is up, and this is actually against the law of gravity, right? And yes, our emotions are in our control, and at times we can actually have them work the way we want them to work. So not necessarily we have to be under our emotions and let them flowing always. We can be in control of our emotions, and that's one of the very clear messages with this card. Now another indication that this card has is that today there is going to be some kind of forward movement in your life. So you might take one step forward towards something. You might take one step out of where you were in already, and once you take that one step, make sure that that one step is stable, and then you take the next step. Today ensure that you are keeping a balance between your positive and negative self, between your energies, between the food you take, between the water you take. So you keep a balance in your life, whether it is your thinking, whether it is your eating habits, whether it is your water, whether it is your travel, anything. The balance is going to be very, very important, because one of the best messages with the card of temperance is moderation and balance. So have everything in moderation, have everything in balance, and move forward with that balance in your life. Okay, so that is going to be one of the most important things, because this is the card of balance. And if you think that the law of nature cannot be changed, or the things cannot be changed, and how they have been happening, they will continue to happen in the same way for ages forward. Now that thought is going to be changed now, because yes, everything can be changed, and even at times law of nature can also be changed, and that's the message with this card. Now the second set of cards that I got is King of Wands. There is Queen of Swords, and then there is Four of Swords, that the card that is there, right? So ideally, because we connect King of Wands with somebody, there is a possibility where he kind of helps us unmask somebody, or see the clear or real face of somebody, and then introspect as to what we were thinking, where we were, and what is happening. On the other level, this card can mean that there might be a new relationship in your life that comes, and ensure that you're not masking yourself, you're being your real self, you're presenting as who you are. Also, it is very important to not take rushed decisions, not take decisions which are where you're rushing into a relationship. Introspect, balance, know, meditate, and then take your decision. Like I said, moderation or balance is going to be very important. Third, there's a possibility where you get to know the reality of somebody. So somebody might get unmasked in her energy or in his energy, and you might be able to see that face very, very clearly, and you don't have to jump in fire, or you don't have to go all bonkers because of that. Just ensure that you keep yourself balanced, you introspect, you think about yourself. And at times that happens when we get to know the reality of somebody. We get into that inward zone where we think that, oh, what was I thinking, was I on the right track or not? Introspect and move forward. Don't get stuck into that energy. There is also a possibility where you might want to take certain steps towards your passion, towards your life. King of Wands is somebody who's passionate, who knows how to move forward, who takes forward steps, and who's ready to jump into the fire as well. So when you want to take those steps, ensure that you know what you are jumping into, who you are going for, and what is the transformation that is attached with it, and you have taken rest, you've introspected well, and then you're taking that step. Another thing that is very important is for transformation, not only that you need to take forward step, but you have to take steps inwards as well, and you have to let go of any masks that you are carrying, and that is what brings transformation to you. And if I look at these cards like this, there is also a possibility where there might be kind of a split, or kind of a confusion, or a fight, or some kind of like a emotional situation between your relationships. And relationships can be any, not necessarily like husband wife. This could be boss with your boss, in your office, your parent, your siblings, friends, anybody. Don't just jump onto the conclusions. Know that the energy is balanced, the energy is moving slow, so keep moving slowly with the pace, and introspect. That's going to be very important. Okay, so that is how the energy is. Now this is the Sun and Moon Tarot 10 deck, the mini tarot. The next day, the card that I took out is a card from a Yogic Path tarot cards, and the two cards that I got are amazing, because there is a card of Sita and there is a card of Buddhi, and we know who Sita was. We know Sita was somebody who was significant, like we can take her as somebody who sacrificed her life to, or who sacrificed everything to prove her loyalty, right? So she actually jumped, she was ready to jump into the fire as well, just to prove that she's loyal. She did not let go of her husband, or her like being by the side, or being the loyalty towards her husband, even when another king was proposing her and wanting to marry her and give her everything that she could have. And Sita is basically all about loyalty, all about being true to your love, being true to yourself. And now the next card, and also sacrifice, right? Sacrificing. She jumped into the fire to show her royalty, or prove her royalty. So basically to prove her loyalty. So basically this is also sacrifice. She actually was ready to sacrifice anything for her love, basically, or for her purity. Now the cards, the way the cards are, they are Sita and Buddhi, and this says that not necessarily every time you need to make a sacrifice, not necessarily every time you need to prove that you are loyal, not necessarily every time you need to jump into fire, right? Use your intuition, use your Buddhi, use your mind, use your power, use your inner self, use your inner knowing. And if you use all of that, you're born with it, you're born with all the knowledge. It's just that with time, with age, with our conditioning, we forget all those things. We tend to forget what we know, and this is the time where you actually start learning or thinking about what you know. You start understanding what your inner side is, what your truth is, and you start understanding that not every time you need to actually jump into the fire to prove somebody, or you need to jump into the fire to actually take out the real face of somebody, or you need to kind of be out there, take those strong steps to just prove things to other people. You don't have to. You can actually ensure that you understand and you learn from your experiences, and you use those experiences and inner knowing to actually move towards life, or move through life. And this is the day for you to do that. So again, very, very strong energy, and the day is where you have to use your intuition, use your mind, use your Buddhi, instead of jumping into the fire. Okay, so that is something that you need to take care of. Then this is the Yogic Path Tarot, and the next card that I got is from the Mermaid's Tarot. So the card is trust, and this card basically says that you need to trust in the process of universe. You need to trust yourself. The first trust that you need to build up is the trust within yourself, the trust on yourself, and then you build up the trust on other people and the universe. So you need to build that trust that you are taken care of, you are supported, the guides are with you, the angels are with you, the energies are with you. You don't have to sacrifice yourself, you don't have to prove yourself, but at the same time you have to ensure that when you are wanting other people to trust you, you are into your real self, you are not wearing any mask, and you see the people see your real self, you see the real self of other people, you trust your inner self, you trust your inner guides, and that's where you will attract trust from outside. To win the trust, you don't have to sacrifice yourself. Okay, so that's the energy of 14th, where you don't have to sacrifice yourself to win the trust. You can win the trust if you actually be your real self, if you introspect and get the answers from inside, and if you balance and moderate and take steps forward. So that's where you can actually build up a trust and actually change the energies. And you really don't have to, again I'm reiterating it because I'm getting that energy very strongly, that you don't have to sacrifice yourself to win the trust of people or situations or things for that matter. The next card that I got is from the Angel of Light cards, and this is a card of celebration. Now Pihu is in my lap, so I have to adjust. How do I show you the cards? Okay, wait, here. So this is the card of celebration, and it says it is time for you to look for the joy, the delight and the wonder of every day and rejoice in it. When we celebrate the passing events and transitions of life, it is our way of giving thanks, and the angels delight with us. Whenever possible, celebrate with others, and then great energy is raised, which attracts many angels drawn by the laughter and the lightness to add their blessings. It will bond you happily with others. Angel wisdom reminds you to celebrate and honor all large and small things in your life. Find something to celebrate now. My life is celebration. Now again, you have to get into this energy of being happy. You need to get into this energy of connecting with yourself, connecting with your angels. And when you are into a happy space, when you are into a positive space, when you are into a positive energy, the guides and angels also bring more opportunities for you to celebrate. So whether it is a celebration which is outside, whether it is a celebration which is within you, but ensure that you celebrate each moment and you celebrate this transformation where the masks are getting off, whether it is your own mask, whether it is you getting through your transformation because there are butterflies here, or whether it is somebody else's mask going on. Celebrate those moments, and then you will get more reasons to celebrate further in your life. Now I'm going to take out one extra card, winged messengers. Look for winged messengers today. Okay, one extra card for your reading. So let me just take out the card. Guides, angels, what is the message for 14th of September? What is the additional message for 14th of September? What do we need to know? Just take a second to you. What do we need to know? Okay, so the card that I have is, wow, okay, this is one of scrolls, and this is actually Ace of this is basically Ace of Wands, and Ace of Wands is basically about a new journey. Ace of Wands is basically about a new beginning. Ace of Wands is about new path or taking up new path, and it is about that divine hand that comes your way, and that actually gives you a gift. And if I see correctly, this Ace of Wands has a clock where it is 3:40. The time is basically 3:40 by the clock here, and it feels like it's a afternoon or a daytime because we can see the blue sky there. I'm not sure if it will have a significance, but it might. And some places that I can see written here, just give me a second, I will try to make the camera clearer. Okay, so there are some names written here, which is westbound, which is Melbound Tennis, and which is eastbound train. So east, west and north, I guess. Yeah, it is northbound train, it is westbound, and it is eastbound train. So again, north, west and east, these three directions are covered, and south is actually not covered in this, right? So there are only three parts of the world that are covered. So I'm not sure if there is something that is going to happen in these three parts of the world on 14th of September. But there's an energy where somebody is actually taking the train. Somebody is actually ready to get into the train, and the train is also, like, if you can see the smoke there. So train is also kind of ready to take off and move forward. So yes, there could be a forward movement in your life. There could be a journey in your life. You might be literally traveling, or you might be traveling inside. And there is a possibility where this time also of 3:40 can have a significance in your life, or these directions can have a significance in your life. life, but be ready with however you want to move forward. Be ready with whatever you want to move forward, and a new journey definitely is starting for you for tomorrow. You will always have an opportunity to get onto this journey or actually to leave and go back, but I would suggest that take this new journey, take this leap of faith and move forward, because you are already on track in your life. Things are on track, things are going to happen, things are happening the way they are meant to, and definitely life will get better with you moving into these situations, with taking the right track of your life. Okay, so I hope that this kind of brings into a new journey in your life. Today actually brings in a new beginning to your life, and you get to move through this new journey in a more positive way. Again, I'm saying that you don't have to make any sacrifice. Just use your intuition, use your mind well. You don't have to jump into the fire. Don't jump onto conclusions and things faster than like thinking about it. Think about, introspect about things, and then come to conclusions. Celebrations are going to be there, and this could be celebrations where you actually win the trust or where you actually learn to trust, but this is a new journey that is beginning for you. I hope this video helps you. If it does, please share it with everyone else and press the like button and leave the feedback. Your feedbacks are always important for me. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.